Hello, my name is Chris and I will review the Honda Civic Si in coupe form. It is the last year for coupes in the Honda Civic lineup. The Si has a slew of performance goodies that makes it an interesting buy. First, it has a limited slip differential and a high output version of Honda's 1.5-liter turbo engine. There is also nice mags, sporty seats, some exterior tweaks, and bigger stabilizer bars compared to the regular Civic. Looks good for an older design. On the inside, there is a decent trunk for a coupe, but that isn't why you buy this car for. There's a decent amount of room in the back also for a two-seater, but getting back there was inelegant and I did not film it. In front is where it is happening because this is a driver's car. The seating is different from the regular Civic, more bolstered to keep you in place and decently comfortable. The 6-speed manual is the best of the best and the dash is easy to read. Not a premium interior, and this interior is aging, as most of Civic's competitors have redone their interiors since this Civic came out. The low stance contributes to a cockpit feel, and Civic Si's suspension is comfortable enough given its sporty nature. This could easily be your only car, your daily driver, more so than most of its competitors. There is a 452-watt sound system that comes standard in Canada. Honda Sensing also comes standard with lane keep assist and dynamic cruise control. Driving long stretches on the highway will be so easy with these options. Road noise on the highway is average, as is the ease of use of the infotainment system, though the screen is pretty good in direct sunlight. Apple CarPlay, Google Auto are included. Wireless charging is included also. Well optioned for the price. The engine is a marvel of engineering because it combines such high horsepower and great fuel economy with no CVT trickery and a mechanical reliability. It produces 205 horsepower and 192 pounds of torque, just the right amount to have fun and not kill yourself, and does 8.9 liters in the city and 6.4 liters on the highway. A well-rounded package. Here are my thoughts on the road. Hello car lovers driving the 2020 Honda Civic Coupe Si. We tried the sedan, now we're trying the coupe. All the coupes are being withdrawn from the market. And this is the last year for all Honda Civic coupes. So Ross said, let's try it, what the hell? And I think that's a good idea. What to say about this vehicle? Well, we'll start with the exterior styling. The exterior styling is very nice. It holds up to the competition. It has nice mags, it has a nice shape, and that translates rather well on the inside. I was sitting behind the back filming before. I didn't film myself sitting in back, but I was filming from the back, and there was a decent amount of room. The access was difficult. The trunk space is half decent for a coupe, and sitting in front there's plenty of room with the exception for my leg here. But apart from that, it's fine. It's got a nice airy feel. The sunroof, the large windows here really contribute to that. So when you're looking in the front and on the sides, it's not bad. But when you're looking rear 3/4 and in the back, it's a little bit tight because of the nature of the vehicle. On the inside now, how's the suspension? The suspension is fine. Driving here in Lachine's shitty roads, it's taking the bumps pretty decently, I'd say, when you think about the suspension and the tires on this car. A little bit more road noise. Seems to me it's a little bit more louder, but I could be wrong on that. It's always hard to say because the conditions are not exactly the same. Ross reports that it's a bit louder engine road noise. What else on the inside? Well, this is where I think the car perhaps is not quite as strong as it used to be because the competitors are doing so much more. This interior is getting old. It's very difficult. A lot of people lease cars, and it is very difficult to convince somebody to lease a car that is exactly the same as it was when they leased it 4 years ago. I find that proposition very difficult, and now we're in the lifespan where people who leased it initially are bringing back their leases and looking for a new model. I don't think they're going to be taking another 2020. They might. Some people love their cars. This interior dash is nice enough. It has some fake carbon fiber trim. It has a wonderful steering wheel. The seats are very bolstered. However, they're somewhat comfortable, I'd have to say. Ross drove them for about 2 hours in all so far, and he says they're fine. You need bolstered seats when you have a manual car. This car only comes manual. And because when you're driving an automatic, you can press on the dead pedal to keep you in place, right? If you're driving sporty. However, when you're driving manual, you can't put your foot on the dead pedal because you're shifting, and therefore your seats need to hold you in place, and that's why seats are bolstered in sporty cars. The drivetrain is nice. It is very fuel efficient. It has a lot of go, and I love this manual transmission. I find Honda makes the best manual transmissions in the world. In the Civic Si, they are notchy and they are short throw, and the gears are also short ratio, so it just shifts natural. There's no lulls in power when you're going from, let's say, second to third or third to fourth. A little bit nostalgic, this car, from my youth, because when we were younger, young kids who had Honda Civic Si's that were aspirational brands, it demonstrated either the young man was working very, very hard, or his parents were working very, very hard, which is fine both ways. And those are my thoughts on the Honda Civic Si. By the way, if you like this video, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. And if you really like it, well, then you should subscribe. And that is it.